Okay, it's saying it's unable to connect, so I did a try again. So let me see if that worked. And let me see if I'm online. Rocco, you go sit down. Let's see here. Okay. Bear with me. I am trying to get on my screen so that I can see your comments come in. And it's telling me that I'm not connected. I don't know. This is weird. Okay, let me go here. Okay, there we go. Okay, if you hear grunting in the background, that is my dog, Rocco. Hi, Rocco. Will you please go sit down for me so I can do my live stream? I love you. Okay, you go sit down. I'm gonna give him a treat so he'll get out of my way. Okay, I believe I'm connected now. Here, baby. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to wait and see if people come in. Hey, Burstify, how are you doing? Thank you for being the first one here. I appreciate that. Okay, well, I hope you're having a good day. Are you going to be watching the Super Bowl later on? Um, First 5 minutes, like always, we'll just reserve that time for people with YouTube channels to come in and tell us about their channel if they want to. Hi, Bobby. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. How are you doing today? I hope everybody's doing well on this Super Bowl Sunday. Are you all going to be watching the Super Bowl? Let's see. Hey, you're not ready 365. Thank you for coming in. My first moderator in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's take these first couple of minutes and just talk about our channels if y'all want to. Promote your channel, tell us what your channel is about, and please feel free, even after this first 5 minutes, to keep that going throughout the stream. Hey, this Sean on the track, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Are y'all gonna be watching the Super Bowl today? Mm, Bobby, I let you know that I will add you as a mod when I need some more. Right now, I just don't have a reason for it because I don't have a whole lot of people watching my channel. When I'm up to like, let's say 15 to 20 people on a regular basis on my stream, then that's fine. I don't mind doing that at all. But right now, I just don't have a need for it. It's just not a whole heck of a lot of people in here like we had last year. I don't know. It's weird. I have more subscribers. Still doing the same thing, same time, but less people watching. So I don't know. Maybe I need to step up my game. I guess that's what that's telling me. Go Rams. Okay. Hey, for me, go anybody but the Patriots. If it's the Super Bowl. But I feel you. You're not ready 365. Let's see what happens. So we got a minute left for y'all to just talk about your channels. And like I said, even after this 5 minutes is over, please, if you have a channel, feel free to promote your channel, promote whatever is going on your channel. Hi, Ms. Hogg. How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for being here today. Are you going to be watching the Super Bowl, Ms. Hogg? We got 30 seconds left. If you got a channel, promote it. Tell us about it. Let us know what you're doing over there on your channel. Tell us the best thing you put on your channel this week. Just whatever, however you decide that you want to promote it. If that's what you want to do, then just let us know. Let us know what's going on. Okay. Oh, wow. You're a mod to a lot of people. And yeah, and I appreciate you being here early and everything, Bobby. So that gives me a good feeling. But I just want to be sure that I have enough people watching so that it even matters. Because right now, there are not even enough people watching that, I would need moderators. But let's go on and talk about what we're going to be talking about. So y'all can decide if y'all want to stay or go. Got a lot of topics up for today. But here's what we have. First, a rest in peace. Y'all know we get the sad stories out of the way first. We do the deaths and killings, all that stuff. We get that out of the way first, and then we move on to the more controversial, entertaining, fun stuff after that. So, we have a rest in peace to James Ingram. We have another death story about a mother who fell to her death in a subway station in New York. We have a story about a fake university that was set up to catch illegals. We have another story about a university, but this one's a real university, Duke, where they're asking Chinese students to not speak Chinese. We have the governor of Virginia, who loves his racist costumes. Hey, Nate West, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. We have Tekashi69 pleading guilty to some counts and looking at some time in prison. And staying in that vein, we got Austin Jones facing 5 to 20 years. Uh, we got, thank you, Bobby. We got Bow Wow um, getting arrested. Let's see, we got Jussie Smollett and this alleged attack, I'm saying. But I want to know what y'all think about all of this stuff. Hey, Tracy, you came in right when I said Jussie. I have not forgotten that you did a video. I just didn't want to watch your video until I did this Sunday Funday because I knew I was going to talk about it. And I don't want to have anybody else's words or thoughts in my mouth or in my mind when I talk about this. I wanted to be sure that I was coming completely from my own point of view. So yeah, we're going to talk about it, and y'all, if y'all are interested in um, some comments about Jussie Smollett beyond mine, which I have a feeling that mine might jive at least a little bit with Tracy's. Tracy, a view from Tracy's point. Check out her channel for that and a whole lot of things. That lady, one of the most intelligent people in these YouTube streets. So let me see here what y'all are saying before we get into these stories. Nay says she's fine. She's just cooking up a little bit as always. Look, cooking up a little bit and listening to me. Thank you very much. What are you cooking? Bobby says your face looks beautiful as always till Christmas. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, um, Let's see. Tracy's giving us a happy Sunday. Yes, 6'9" SMH. Seriously. Boy had everything going for him, and look at this now. Um, no Super Bowl for me, says Ms. Hogg. She's a Steelers fan. I can respect that. I'm a Cowboys fan. I hear you. Hi, John Brooks. Thank you for coming in and showing some love. I appreciate it. Oh, jerk chicken. Okay, and United 365 has some chicken wings. Okay, it's Chicken Sunday. Let's see. Deshaun has new tracks out. Okay. Oh, thank you for smashing the like button for me. I really do appreciate that, John Brooks. I thank you. I appreciate anybody who smashed that like button for me. I thank you so much. Um, Jerk chicken is good. I remember that from my meat eating days. Let's do this rest in peace too. James Ingram, y'all, he passed away this week. He is an Ohio native and he got his start as a musician with the band called Revelation Funk. And then later on, he played keyboards for Ray Charles. I don't know if people knew that. He was nominated for 14 Grammys in his lifetime, and he won one of them for Best R&B Male Performance for his song 100 Ways in 1981. And he won another one for Best R&B Performance for a Duo or Group in 1984 for Yamo Be There, a duet that he did with Michael McDonald. Over the course of the years, or his career, I guess you could say, he had successful collaborations with Patty Austin, Linda Ronstadt, Quincy Jones, Barry White, and even Dolly Parton. Didn't know that. He co-wrote Michael Jackson's song PYT, Pretty Young Thing, with Quincy Jones. And I had no idea that he was even sick, but apparently he had been battling brain cancer in his last years, and he lost that battle earlier this week. He leaves behind his wife since 1975, Deborah Robinson, and between himself and his wife, they had 6 children together, and he leaves all of them behind as well. Dead at the age of 66 years old. May James Ingram, rest in peace. And so that will be one of my questions in between these stories. If you have a favorite James Ingram song or just one that you like, what is your favorite James Ingram song? Do y'all remember? Okay, so are y'all old enough to remember the one that he won his Grammy for in 1981, 100 Ways? Now, I was born in 1976. I was very young, but I know that song, and that particular song has just kind of endured, beyond the 80s. But I love that song. Yeah, I like the idea of, well, your lady doesn't want this, well then do that. She doesn't want this, well then do that. Find 100 ways. I love that song. So anyway, James Ingram, may he rest in peace. Let me see if y'all have anything to say about James Ingram, and then we'll go on to the next story. Let's see here. Looking in the comments, I don't think I see anything about James Ingram. Okay, so I'm going to go on and move on to the next story. That is a question I'll be asking. If you have a favorite James Ingram song, what is it? Um, Sad story again. And we'll get the sad stories out of the way first. I think this is the last death story that we have. A young mother falls to her death in a New York subway station. Very sad. Police are investigating after a mother from Connecticut fell to her death at a Manhattan subway station. She was carrying her baby girl with her, but thankfully, her 1-year-old daughter did survive that fall. The mother's name was Malaysia Goodson, and she was 22 years old, and she was found dead on the platform at the 7th Avenue and 53rd Street subway station in Midtown on Monday night. The police said that she was carrying her daughter down the station's stairs. Hi, Mrs. LP. That is United 365's woman, his wife, up in the chat. Always support them. But let's see here. Yeah, she was carrying her daughter when she fell down down those stairs, and the stroller was found next to her after she fell, but at that time it was unclear if her child was in the stroller or not. And it appears that she might have been trying to carry both the stroller and the child separately when she fell. Her 23-year-old brother said that she was the youngest of the four siblings and that she was very protective. He said, quote, "I'm going to be honest, I don't know what to do. She was my best friend." So very sad for that family. At the time that I researched this story, her official cause of death was still pending, but the medical examiner had released a statement saying that her death may have stemmed from some pre-existing condition. I don't know what that would be, and that was never said what that condition was. So still sad story. The baby is now in the custody of her father and her grandfather, and the MTA released a statement basically saying that the incident was, a heartbreaking tragedy, and they will be fast tracking now their way to getting some elevators in those subway stations. The station where Malaysia died does not have an elevator. Hi, Sean. How are you doing? And they say that less than a quarter of the MTA's 472 subway stations have elevators. Quote, this is a quote from the New York City Council Speaker Corey Johnson: "The lack of accessibility in our subways are literally killing people." So again, very, very sad story. May that young mother rest in peace. So sad, 22 years old. I cannot imagine falling down subway stairs. I mean, they go so far down, and I know like my first, I'm in the South and we don't have subways. I grew up in Houston. I'm still in Texas, but we don't have subways here. My first time ever seeing a subway, riding on a subway, was when I went to Paris. And every time I went down to get on the subway, I was holding on to those rails for dear life. I mean, you could see that the people around there who ride the subway, they're seasoned riders, and like it was, young ladies and grown women or whatever in high heels, like 4-inch, 5-inch heels, just clicking and clacking down those subway stairs without a care in the world. They didn't need the rail, they didn't need anything. I'm like, whoa, I'm like holding on. I could not imagine just taking such a fall. It doesn't surprise me that it could kill somebody. So yeah, let's see what else y'all have to say. Sharon says, "Hey, Ty, I'm at work for another 2 hours. So if I don't comment, just know I'm in the room." Okay, well, thank you for hanging out with us. Hopefully we can get you through the rest of your workday. I'll see if I got 2 hours worth of juice left in me, and we can get you through your workday. Thank you for hanging out with us while you're working. Ms. Hogg says, "Just once." Oh, my favorite song too. Just once. Can we find a way to make it right? I don't know, is that it? Make the magic last for more than just one night. I never learned all the words to his songs, but that man had a beautiful voice. Let's see here. that is Sharn's song as well. Sharn and Miss Hogg. The one you sang is all I can think of. Oh, what was that? 100 Ways. Okay, so they said that he won a Grammy for Yamo Be There. That's the one with Michael McDonald. Yamo Be There. That's the one. You can count on me, brother, 'cause we're all just finding our way. People got to keep pushing on, no matter how many dreams get away. I don't know. I don't remember the words, but yeah. And then the one now when Quincy Jones came out, that Secret Garden. Yes, I was here for that. What was it was DeBarge and Barry White and James Ingram and Al B. Sure. I think even Tevin Campbell was on there. That was a jam too. Yeah, DeBarge. God, we can make it come alive every night. Oh, here in the garden. Anyway, but yeah, what else? What's the one? There was that duet that he did. Anyway, oh well, so many songs, so many James Ingram songs. But that's the question that we got going in between topics. What's your favorite James Ingram song? Rest in peace to him. LOL, my great uncle, who was a bachelor his whole life until he passed away, always played his music when he had company. Oh, when he had company. I hear ya. Let's see. Now that's a good James Ingram memory. The radio wore out the Secret Garden. It became a public playground. My sister, I remember my oldest sister, when she started working, her first job, one of the main things she always bought was music, and so I remember she bought that record album on vinyl, Secret Garden, and she had a lot of Keith Sweat, Kwame. Y'all remember him? I always just think of my sister's music because she would buy music. That was her thing to do, get her check and go buy music. But that's how it got worn out for me. Just by listening to my sister spin that record. But man, I'll take good care of you. That's what a man is supposed to do. That's Barry White. And that's a horrible Barry White. Oh, y'all remember that song? Anyway, good song, good memories. Let me see. What else? Okay, so here we have another story. So we're out of the sad stuff and we're just on to the controversial and the entertainment stuff now. Oh, Tracy said I'm refreshing her memory now. Yeah, he had a lot of songs. What is that? I'm trying to think of there's one that you remember the song Baby Come to Me? Y'all remember that one? Baby come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. And I'm also glad I found you, need you every day. Gotta have your love around me, baby, always stay. 'Cause I can't go back to living without you. Yeah, Tracy should remember that one. I remember that one. James, spending every dime to keep you talking on the line. That's how it was. Okay, so anyway, let's go on to this next story. Hi, Maya, so classy. That is my dog shaking his self in the background. Okay, so we got a fake university set up to catch illegals. The Department of Homeland Security is getting creative now with their strategies against undocumented immigrants. Now, this story comes from Detroit News, and they're saying that they uncovered a scheme set up by Homeland Security and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, in order to catch people using fraudulent paperwork in order to obtain the visa that is required to work or go to school in the U.S. So earlier this week, officials arrested dozens of people. I think that they ended up arresting like 130 people nationwide who presented fake paperwork to attend a school that does not even exist. The government set up a website for the University of Farmington in Detroit, again, which is not an actual school, where people could submit their immigration paperwork. And officials also arrested the people who helped the students to apply to the school knowing that they had fake paperwork. Quote, these suspects aided hundreds of foreign nationals to remain in the U.S. illegally by helping to portray them as students, which they most certainly were not. That's a quote from Steve Francis, who is an ICE official, and that's what he told the Detroit News. Let me let Rocco out, you guys. I think he hears his daddy out there. Come on, let's go. Go. Okay, here it comes. Okay. Um, so now, while this strategy, which began in 2015, is mind-boggling, apparently it's not illegal. Here's another quote. It's creative and it's not entrapment. That's what Peter Henning, who is a law professor at Wayne State University, said. He says the government can put out the bait, but it's up to the defendants to fall for it. So, but other people do see this tactic as a trap and they see it as cruel because people from overseas have no way of knowing whether an institution is fake or not. They are merely complying with what is needed in order to attend school. So, some of the casualties of this case are actual students who got degrees in other schools, though they obtained the visas with fake documents. So, yeah. Another quote, this is from, okay, it says, if one person called me and told me it was fake, I would not have gone to the University of Northern New Jersey. That was another fake one. That's what Winona's son told the New York Times, and authorities revoked her visa when she tried to return to the country after visiting her family in China. She said, what else can I do? I don't know the American system. So the Detroit News released the names of the people who helped people with fake paperwork attend the schools. I have the names, and I'll be honest, I can't pronounce most of the names. They look like there may be Indian or Pakistani names, but there are people from Florida, Atlanta, Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, California, Pennsylvania, and Dallas, Texas. On this list. And so authorities said that these people helped an estimated 600 people from various countries enroll into the fake school under a pay-to-stay program that cost roughly $300,000. So, yeah, some people are saying that's dirty. It's the University of Farmington. I feel like they should have called it Farmington University so that they could just name it FU because that's what they gave those kids, a big FU. And now, while I'll say I like this idea a whole lot better than a freaking wall, I do kind of feel like, I mean, if there needs to be a priority on getting people who are illegal out of the country, let's not focus so much attention and energy on people who are actually trying to do something good and like go to school. Can we set up some kind of sting operation where, like we're sending at people who are drug dealers or, people who are doing prostitution rings, like all that illegal stuff, that people love saying that, it's like, it's so weird because it's like you hear the argument, well, those illegals, they're coming here and they're taking all of our jobs and yada, yada, yada. But then you also hear, well, those illegals, they're coming here and they're, dealing drugs and running prostitution rings. And it's like, okay, well, so what's the deal? Oh, okay, now are they coming here and taking your jobs, or are they coming here and they're criminals? Or, if you're saying that, they're coming here and they're dealing drugs and running prostitution rings, and what exactly do you do for a living? I don't know. So that's how I look at that. But let me see what y'all have to say about that story, and then we'll move on to the next. And just in case new people come in, the question that we have running in between topics is, what's your favorite James Ingram song? In memory of James Ingram, may he rest in peace. Nate West says, yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm not threatened by somebody who's trying to become a doctor. Exactly, yeah. Sharon says, exactly. Ms. Hogg says, Rocco said, let me out. LOL, what kind of dog is Rocco? He's a pit bull, Ms. Hogg. I'll show him to you if he comes back in here before we end the stream. He'll usually, jump up on my lap and say hi for a little bit. You're not ready. 365 says, wow. Yeah, wow. It was about all you can say. Let's see. Maya so Classy came in the building, and Sharon says, karaoke Sunday. She's here for it. Okay, so maybe we can do some karaoke at the end of the stream if y'all give me some songs that I know. Sean said nobody's taking jobs. Those jobs have been around before they came. They usually work the jobs we don't want to work. Yeah, usually I think that is true. And depending on the type of immigrant you're talking about, because these are people here who are trying to be, get some more education. So I think that they either are coming to get jobs that either we are not qualified for because we're not as educated as they are, or they're getting the jobs that we don't want because they're not as educated as we are. The jobs doing janitorial things, or picking fruit in fields and stuff like that. So it's not like they're just a bunch of uh, Americans who are legal, hammering to get these hard labor jobs. So yeah, that's that story. We'll go on to another story about a university, but this one's about a real university this time. Let me get a sip of my water. A Duke University professor sent an email to students on Friday asking them to refrain from speaking Chinese in school buildings in order to prevent unintended consequences. Megan Lee Neely, who is an assistant professor of biostatistics and bioinformatics and director of graduate studies. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? She's the director of graduate studies of the department, sent this email in response to two faculty members allegedly coming to her in order to find out the names of students they had heard speaking loudly in Chinese in the student lounge and study areas. Neely provided the faculty members with photos of the students taken during the orientation. According to her email, Neely was told by the faculty that they, quote, wanted to write down the names so they could remember them if the students ever interviewed for an internship or asked to work with them for a master's project. Neely went on to relay that the two unnamed faculty members were disappointed that students, quote, were not taking the opportunity to improve their English. Neely then urged international students to, quote, please, 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 in all caps, keep these unintended consequences in mind when you choose to speak Chinese in the building. In an apology letter to the biostatistics students after the incident, Mary E. Klotman, who's the dean of Duke University School of Medicine, wrote, there is absolutely no restriction or limitation on the language you use to converse and communicate with each other. Hi, Tammy. How are you doing? Your career opportunities and recommendations will not in any way be influenced by the language you use outside of the classroom. According to the letter, a thorough review of the master's program is underway, and Neely has been asked to step down as director effective immediately. Thank goodness. So yeah, how disgusting is this? I want to know what y'all think about it, obviously, but we're gonna tell these Chinese students, these native Chinese students, that they can't speak Chinese when they are not in class. This isn't, them communicating, their teacher asking them a question, for a study exam in English, and then the student answers in Chinese. Now that I could see, being problematic, but no, these kids are just talking to each other, taking a break from studies and having a conversation, just chilling. Why do they need to be speaking in English? Why do they need to be taking every opportunity they can to speak in English? If their books are written in English, if they're taking tests in English, they're doing what they need to be doing to improve their English. I mean, God forbid. I mean, think of some American student going and taking some class in China, and you don't know Chinese, you're doing your best just to get by in your classroom, and then you meet, thank God, there's another American, there's somebody else I can speak English to, who, hey, let's just get together, let's go to Starbucks, or, let's just go hang out in the student lounge and speak English. Let's talk about what's happening on Twitter in English. And then some professor tells you, hey, I don't want you speaking English around here. You need to be taking this opportunity to perfect your Chinese. What? What do you mean? I'm on a break. Like, no, like, Ridiculous, utterly ridiculous in my opinion. I want to know what you all think about it, so let me see. You're not right. 365 just says right. Um, Mrs. LP says that was so uncalled for. She lost her mind. Yeah, she really did. Um, Tammy says getting better. Thanks, my voice is still but slowly getting better. You got sick after your wedding anniversary, Tammy. Why have you lost your voice? Yeah, you need to be drinking some tea and getting well. Let's see here. You Not Right 365 says that's crazy. I agree. Thank you, Mrs. LP, asking people to smash a thumbs up for me. I appreciate that. Thank you all for giving me a thumbs up. Everybody who has. For whatever reason, my counter on my phone is not showing it, but I guess it's coming up on my computer, which is like right in my phone is right in front of my computer, so I can't see how many thumbs up I have, but I appreciate every last one of them. Deborah says her favorite James Ingram song is Just Once. Just once. Can we find a way to finally make it right? Make the magic last for more than just one night. Okay, Naywest says unintended consequences. Yeah, like yeah. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that at all. Let's see here. Tracy says not condoning, but maybe she knew from past experience there are biases that will impact them. I don't take that you're condoning it, but I kind of feel like the bias is on her part. It didn't seem like it was coming from anywhere else, but I mean, if that were what it was, I don't know. It just seems like she might pull them to the side or something, but not like send out this email like it's a mandate that you stop speaking Chinese. I didn't like it. There was just the same white people showing their hate. That's what it. I mean, it seems racially biased, but I can't not say what this woman's intent was, but it didn't seem like it was good. So because they're here learning a new language, they have to forget their native tongue, right? Or at least when they're in the student break room, I guess, Sharn. Right, 365 says, makes no sense. Yeah, it doesn't to me either. Tammy says, there is an awesome true crime story in Netflix called Your Mine, I think. It was so good. Okay, well, I'll have to see what's up with that. We just talked about the Fire Festival documentary on Netflix. We had a fun live stream about that. I appreciate everybody who came. Y'all, I had fun with y'all this week, Wednesday, talking about that. Let's see here, Ms. Hogg, discrimination on professor part. Duke took their Chinese money. True that. Let's see here. Naywest says they're getting paid for those students to be there, and I still don't know what they mean by yeah, it was unintended consequences. It does sound like a threat, because like they're basically saying, well, I want to know who these people are because if they want to do a master's, project with me, well then let me know who's speaking Chinese so that I can tell them no. Like it is a threat. It was. I'm not here for it. Let's see here. Next story. Governor Northam. I believe that's the way his last name is pronounced. I call this story Governor Northam loves racist costumes. And I believe that he is a Democratic governor. Correct me if I'm wrong, of Virginia. Ralph Northam confirmed Friday that he was in a racist yearbook photo showing one person dressed in blackface and another in the KKK's signature white hood and robes, and apologized for the decision I made to appear as I did in this photo and for the hurt that decision caused then and now. So the photograph, which was obtained by CNN, and that's where I got my story from, appears in the 1984 yearbook for East Virginia Medical School. And Northam did not say whether he was the one wearing the KKK outfit or if he was the one in blackface. And the photo was first reported by the conservative website Big League Politics. Now all of a sudden they're concerned about racism, but whatever. The identity of the other individual in the photo is not yet known, and the photo appears above Northam's yearbook quote, which was, "There are more old drunks than old doctors in this world, so I think I'll have another beer." Cute quote. So after the 1984 photo was released, a photo surfaced of Northam from his 1981 Virginia Military Institute College yearbook, and under that picture and his name, it listed two nicknames. One was Goose, and the other was Coon Man. In quotes, like it's underneath that picture. There's no explanations of the names or the use of Coon Man, which can be seen as a racial slur, and the context is not explained. So I don't know. It could mean that he liked raccoons. He hunted raccoons. Maybe he's from Louisiana and they call people from there coon ass. Or maybe it had something to do with something racial. Maybe he liked calling black people coons. I don't know. So anyway, after this photo was published, people from both sides of the aisle, Republican and Democrat, were calling for the governor to resign. And he said that he will not resign, but instead that he will work to build the trust of his Virginians. Now, in a weird turn of events, in my opinion, and if I have this wrong, correct me, because this sounds like it's just almost too good to be true. He says he came forth and also said that after some reflection, he realized that that is, in fact, not him in that yearbook photo at all. And he believes that on the day of that party from his yearbook photo, that he was somewhere else, like at a dance contest. However, in darkened makeup, still in blackface, so as some sort of, I guess, racist tribute to Michael Jackson. So I don't know if that makes his story any better, but let me know what y'all think about it. Do you think that he needs to resign because this blackface photo from 1984 has been discovered? Do you think that people are overreacting? I'm not sure exactly how to feel about it. I like that for once, people from both sides of the aisle are tending to agree on something, but I do wish that Republicans would be as quick to call out racism from their own party as they are from the Democratic Party. I'm not a member of either party. I don't claim a Republican or Democrat. I kind of just pick and choose little things from each one. I consider myself, I guess, a libertarian if I have to put a political label on myself, but just kind of watching the hypocrisy from both sides is entertaining to me. So let me see what y'all have to say about this, and then we'll move on to the next story. Tracy says, people need to stop responding to people pulling up past info. It just makes the story worse. I think that sometimes it does. I think that sometimes old things need to be addressed, especially if they're not that old. But yeah, I feel you. Let's see here. I mean, because I mean, at the end of the day, I guess that is still the same man that they voted for. You know. So I don't know. Let's see here. Tammy says some words. Oh wait, gotta love the KKK. Geez, I can't believe those idiots still exist. Yeah, they very much still exist. Some words that people turn some words that people turn so bad are sad. That's true. Hey, Wolverine, how are you doing? Thanks for being with us tonight. What's going on? Oh, okay. So Nate, it was a typo. Okay, I thought that it was just because I might have misspoken, like, or maybe because of the way that I'm talking. Unintended came out as unattended. But okay, I see what you're saying. No problem. Tammy said she was really sick and had a sinus infection, class with a head cold. And no on the tea. I live on hot chocolate there, Tylenol, Colmax, and Honey Halls. Woo! Also a cool Miss Blower. Okay. Let's see. Miss Hogg says buffering. Okay, is it buffering for y'all? Can y'all see me, hear me? Let's see here. Let's see. What else? Tracy says, right. I'm glad she agrees with me. Let's see here. Okay, so let me know if it's buffering for y'all. Okay, Mrs. LP says no buffer for her. Oh, okay, it was buffering for Miss Hogg, and she says she's back. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, good. Cool. Okay, let me get on to this next story. Um, Tekashi69 pleads guilty and looks like he's facing up to 47 years, but it probably won't be that. So, the transcript from Tekashi's plea hearing from last week is out, and he opens up about how he got involved in the criminal activity, and he does a lot of snitching. In court, he says that he joined the Nine Trey Bloods in the fall of 2017, and in on March 20th, 2018, he admits helping members of the gang attempt to kill a rival to, quote, increase my own standing in Nine Trey. Then on April 3rd, he says that he and other members robbed a rival at gunpoint. He says he got into the Chief Keef shooting when he was in court, and he said, quote, I paid a person to shoot at a rival member of Nine Trey to scare him. The shooting took place in Manhattan. I did this to maintain or increase my own standing in Nine Trey, end quote. He admits to knowing a fellow gang member was the trigger man. Excuse me, I'm turning on a little heat. Tekashi also admitted to selling a kilo of heroin in 2017, and he offered an apology for all his crimes, saying, I apologize to the court, to anyone who was hurt, to my family, friends, and fans for what I have done and who I have let down. Now, reportedly, Tekashi has struck a plea deal which will increase the likelihood of a significantly reduced sentence in return for ongoing cooperation. Although the minimum sentence that he's facing is 47 years, it typically works that the prosecution will ask for a whole lot less time. So we'll see what happens. So I guess that's going to be his incentive to keep singing like Patti LaBelle. The problem that Tekashi faces, though, is that by agreeing to cooperate for the next year, while the prosecution dangles this carrot of a light sentence in front of him, he's also increasing the possibility that somebody will try to silence him. And by silence him, I do mean kill him. By the way, he did indeed plead guilty to all 9 counts, and there was a discrepancy in some of the documents. But anyway, he appears to be striking a deal with the feds, and he's pleading guilty to 9 counts, and he entered the plea on January 23rd, pleading guilty to the federal indictment. He copped to multiple counts of racketeering, conspiracy, firearms offenses, and narcotics trafficking. So the rapper was initially indicted back in November and had been facing the possibility of life in prison, and we've talked about that before. It's unclear what sentence he'll face now after entering these guilty pleas and cooperating with the feds. So, according to the federal documents that were just unsealed this week, 6ix9ine was involved in dealing heroin, is it pronounced fentanyl, ecstasy, amphetamines, and marijuana. And the feds say that the conspiracy consisted of multiple acts of murder, robbery, and extortion. Hey, Animation is Real, how are you doing? So in the documents, the feds referred to a video that TMZ first posted of Tekashi boldly offering on camera a $30,000 bounty for someone to shoot Chief Keef's cousin. I don't know his cousin's name. I've heard it, but I forgot it. According to the feds, he aided and abetted the shooting at rivals of Nine Trey, which is, I guess, a Bloods gang at a hotel in Times Square. So let me close this. I gotta close a couple of windows. And apparently someone opened fire on Chief Keef and his cousin back in June in Times Square, just days after Tekashi69 made this offer. So the unsealing of Tekashi's plea came just one day after 3 of his associates were also indicted, and TMZ broke that story. Law enforcement sources say that Tekashi dropped a dime on the alleged trigger man in the Chief Keef shooting. And 6ix9ine sentencing is scheduled for January 24th, 2020. So like we said, he's got a year basically before he's going to be sentenced. So I just feel like in that year something could happen. But anyway, I am in no way wish death on him, but I really would not be surprised at all if he got killed before that sentencing date. A year is a long time when you've been hooked up with these street dudes, and you've been putting hits out on people, and that's just the kind of people you've been rolling with and around and against. So I just wouldn't be surprised if somebody rolls up on him and does something to him in this year that he's waiting on his sentencing. So what do y'all think about him snitching? Do y'all feel sorry for him? Do you feel like he had this coming? I kind of feel like, hey, you want to live that gangster life. These are those gangster consequences, bruh. You got to put up with it. So let's see what happens. Let me see what y'all are saying about it, and then we'll go on to the next story. Let's see here. You're Not Ready 365 just says SMH. I know, right? It is truly an SMH thing. So he hooks up with this gang just in 2017. You haven't really been that famous, but about 2 years yourself. So, you could have just been this famous little Mexican rapper running around with your whack ass lyrics and your rainbow bright colored hair, making a whole bunch of money. But you wanted to live that gangster life. You want to prove you're thug. You want to prove he's about that thug thizzle and shit. So these are those consequences. Hey, Rido boy, how are you doing? Let's see. I'm late. I guess you already talked about Jussie. No, I saved Jussie for last. I saved the best for last. No, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But what's your favorite James Ingram song? In memory of James Ingram's passing away, I want to know, in between topics, what's your favorite James Ingram song? Let's see here. That gang life has strict rules, no matter who you are. That's what it seems like. I don't want any part of it. Wolverine says, what happened to Bow Wow? We'll get into that. I think that's the very next story. Animation says, the 6ix9ine snitching? It sounds like it. It sounds like it. Real doesn't cuss. Really, Real doesn't cuss? I thought that Real did cuss. Let's see. Animation Real is in the effing house. Just kidding. Okay, whatever. It's alright if you cuss here. We all should be pretty well grown. Miss Hogg says Tekashi69 just put his family in jeopardy. Yeah, he did. That's what happens. But you know what? I also heard that his baby mama was sleeping with some of the guys in his crew. Also, I guess part of that gang shit. But I heard that he had been sleeping around on her too. So I guess all this is karma or just cause and effect. I don't know what you want to call it. Oh, Nay says she's got to go. Much love. Have fun without her. Okay, I'm sorry if I didn't get to say bye to you. I just saw that you said you were leaving. I was trying to say hi and bye to everybody as I see it, but sometimes I miss stuff. But yeah, let's see here. I found it hilarious that Bow Wow looked 100 times more beat up than Jussie. Right. Let's see here. 365. He working with the feds. Yep. Yeah, it's just something else, y'all. Tell me what y'all think about this as a topic for a live stream, because I'm really vexed about. I don't like the N-word already. We've had this discussion. Y'all know how I feel about the N-word. But I feel like it's even worse when people who aren't black say it. And I know that Tekashi69 just love, nigga this, nigga that, and all this stuff. He always had, he's out there acting a fucking fool in the streets, but he never had. And somebody pointed out the fact that often Mexican men are short, but I noticed that his security detail is a bunch of very big black men. And I wonder how they feel about this little tiny Mexican kid just running around throwing the N-word out there as freely as he wants to. I wonder how they feel about protecting him or whatever. But, he got to live that N-word life, and, he got to be a real nigga now, you know what I'm saying? And so, now he's looking at some real nigga time or whatever. But I kind of want to have a live stream about just what people feel about that word, because it seems like on the East Coast, that maybe black people are okay with Latinos using that word, and to me, we're not the same thing, and I'm not okay with using it myself, or even black people using it. But anyway, whatever. That's just another layer to uh, the several layered cake that is Tekashi 69. So anyway, let me see what else y'all had to say about this. Tammy says she hates that word too. I really do. Wolverine says the N word has origins of hate. Cancel it. Seriously, I wish people would. Right away says Latinos love saying the N word even more than black people. It really does seem that way. It seems like everybody just gets a kick out of that word, and I don't understand it, and I won't understand it. I won't understand black people using it. I don't give us a pass for using it. When I hear black people be like, well, we took that word back. That's our word. It's a term of endearment. That, to me, there's nothing endearing about that word. And until I hear other races of people calling themselves by names that were meant to insult them in terms of endearment, I won't accept black people being like, hey, my nigga, oh, what's up? Like, no. When I hear Mexicans calling themselves wetbacks as a term of endearment, I'll consider it. When I hear Chinese people calling themselves chinks as a term of endearment, I'll consider it. But no, until then, it's very stupid to me. A lot of Asians, I know a lot of Asians use it as well. M1 Uno says that I'm pretty. He is my fiance. He better think that I'm pretty. I think that you're very handsome. Thank you. And thank you for tuning in. So yeah, y'all, I just, I kind of think I want to do a live stream a call-in about the N-word, because I'm really over people just feeling like they can use that word, like, well, black people use it. Well, so the fuck what? Black people shouldn't use it. I'm so over black people defending the use of that word. I'm over white people feeling like they have a pass to use that word because they hear black people using it. I'm really over this shit. Like I said, other races start using words that are meant derogatory towards them as terms of endearment, then I'll reconsider my stance. But until then, no. Wolverine says I use the word fine when I meet people like Ty. Well, thank you, Wolverine. I appreciate that. Let me close this door and get on to the next story. Oh, wait, Tracy has a comment. Hold up. Let me read her comment, and then I'll get on to the next story after I close this door. Oh, hold up. Miss Hogg, are you still here? You wanted to see Rocco. He came back in here. Come here. Come here. He might not want to come because he's playing with his bone. Come here. Put your bone down and come say hi. Come here. Come here. He's not worried about me. He has this bone that Uno bought for them. Oh, come here. Miss Hogg wants to see you. Come here. Rocco, come here. Come here. Rock, give me this. Come here. Come here. He's not cooperating. Rocco, give me that. Okay, Uno sees him. I'm calling him, and he's just jumping around from one bed to the other with his bone in his mouth. Come here. Come say hi. Okay, Uno picked him up. So he can, there he is. Miss Hogg. Uno picked him up so y'all can see him. Ow.
There you go.
Okay.
Did you throw my bone back? I just put my bone back.
All right, go play with your bone. Thanks, Uno.
He can't get down.
Okay, Miss Hogg said, Rocco said, forgive Miss Hogg.
He's a crackhead.
I know, he's been running around with it. Let's see.
Love you.
Okay, love you too. Wolverine says, hey, brother Uno.
What's up?
Stephen said, that's a good looking dog. Thank you. Miss Hogg said, shut up. Miss Hogg said, he's cutie. Whatever. Don't talk about my dog. Tammy says, are you going to show your... Oh, no, I'm not going to do that yet. Animations, prisons tend to be divided by race, so he would have to hang with, other Latinos. When he goes to prison. Yep. Uno, I don't know if you're back on the stream. You know, Red 365 said, what up? And Tammy says, hey, yes, that's my sweet puppy. So, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Majorly sidetracked. Hold up. Tracy had a comment that I was trying to get to before I got distracted by Rocco. Black people turn the N-word into a term of endearment, and the same people get outraged about blackface. It's confusing. Exactly. You know, or let's just keep it on the N-word. The same people who say that it's a term of endearment, they get mad when anybody else says it. So it's like, okay, well, is it endearing or not? Like, either it is or it's not. It can't be endearing when you're talking to your homeboy down the street, and then when, you know, the white man at the grocery store calls you an N-word, it's not endearing. Either it is or it isn't. So just cut it out. You know, cut the bullshit. It's not endearing. There ain't nothing cute about that shit. Let's see. Stephen says, anything new on Jussie? I heard that they're putting together a complete video of his walk back from SW. I don't know if there's anything new, but I'm getting ready to talk about that, Stephen, because I don't believe Mr. Jussie. And I don't want to offend anybody. If y'all believe him, I don't. If I'm wrong about him, I'll have to come out and say that I was wrong. But I just think that he's lying. This whole thing just sounds bad to me. But we got one story to get to. Yeah, we got one story to get out of the way before we'll discuss Jussie Smollett.
I don't mean to interrupt or mess him, but Sammy can't even eat a piece of hot dog. She's
not feeling good.
Yeah, she can't even not break organ. She just sniffed it and.
I'll give her some pumpkin with her dinner tonight. Sometimes she gets in her little spell. That's not the first time that's happened.
All right, I mean, she can barely pick her head up. I'm just letting you know. Just keep an eye on her, please.
Okay, you too. Just let her rest, and I'll give her some pumpkin. That usually gets her feeling better. Okay, so Sammy's not feeling great, y'all. Pray for my puppy girl. Austin Jones is facing 5 to 20 years. So, on Friday, YouTube musician Austin Jones pleaded guilty to child pornography charges for coaxing 6 underage female fans into sending him lewd videos. Now, this is according to the Chicago Tribune. His plea included a confession to attempting the same with up to 30 additional victims. Jones is he now faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years in prison, according to U.S. Attorney Catherine Neff Welsh. The maximum penalty is a 20-year sentence. Authorities first arrested Jones in June 2017 on child pornography charges. And he is a native of Bloomingdale, Illinois, and he remains free on bail while he awaits his sentencing. U.S. District Judge John Lee rejected the prosecutor's pleas that Jones immediately enter custody, allowing the 26-year-old to continue psychiatric counseling. Jones's 27 plea-page agreement revealed that between 2010 and 2017, he steered online conversations with 6, 14, and 15-year-olds to sexually explicit territory. The plea also disclosed that Jones asked the girls to send graphic videos of themselves dancing provocatively and mimicking sex acts. Jones, who has more than 500,000 YouTube subscribers, dangled his power of celebrity over these young girls and asked them to talk about their age while they performed sex acts on video. According to his statement, he admitted to manipulating these young female fans, often promising them modeling opportunities to encourage them to indulge in his requests. Jones told many of the teens that sending inappropriate videos would prove who was really his biggest fan. His sentencing is set for May 3rd, And I went to look at his YouTube account because I'd never heard of this boy before this. I saw him trending on Twitter, and I'm like, they're famous YouTuber, yada yada. I'm like, who is that? So anyway, from what I see, he's just a guy who sings a lot of pop cover songs. But he does have like about 550,000 subscribers, and so I would say that makes him a YouTube star. And all of the videos on his account, it looks like, because I checked several like from different time periods, all of the videos that I saw have the comments section disabled. So I guess they didn't want people commenting shit about him being a child lover or kitty diddler or whatever you want to call it. You can't go and leave a nasty comment like I was planning on doing. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't planning on doing that. But anyway, this guy looks soft as fuck, and I have a feeling that prison might be a little bit tough for him. He looks like a like a Justin Bieber wannabe. I don't know. I don't know. So that's that. Oh, we have two more stories. I gotta talk about Bow Wow before I get to what's his face, Jussie. So let's see here. What are y'all saying about this story? Okay, hold up. Okay, wait. Okay, y'all are. It looks like everybody's already skipping and just talking about Jussie. Let's see. Okay, I'll come back to the Jussie comments, but okay, everybody's already talking about Jussie. Nobody cares about what I'm talking about. Oh wait, Wolverine says, why are some celebs turning pedophilia like it's the entertainment industry? It's like turning to pedophilia. It's like the entertainment industry makes it acceptable. It is very much like that, and it seems that the entertainment industry does make it acceptable. Wolverine, I don't know why, but it does seem like that. Let's see. Okay, now I'll go to the other comments. Since y'all are already talking about it, but we're gonna talk about Bow Wow, and then we'll get into Jussie. Yep, that's what I believe too, right up way, that he was out looking for some street meat. Things went wrong. Wolverine says some people are saying he's lying. Are you talking about Jussie? Yeah, I know, and I'm one of those people, honestly. Tracy said Jussie said at his concert that he fought his attackers. LOL. Yep, I saw that. I saw that. Stephen says agreed. That video will explain it all. Yeah, and I'm waiting for the video. Like I said, I'll get into that because I do have some notes on Jussie. Right up was just the bleach thing. It's a bit that makes me think it was fake. Bleach would be frozen in that kind of cold. Yep, that's one of the things. Yep. And I've even talked about that in my notes that I have on it. Let's see here. Already 365 and I'm gonna be sick. I guess talking about the pedophile. Yeah, because he's asking literally only 14 and 15-year-old girls to do sexual stuff for him. That is disgusting. And then we're talking about, like a 20-something-year-old man, like he's not old, but he's grown. Like, if he's that big on YouTube and his videos like have millions of views on them, he can get grown women, he can get 18-year-old like legal girls to do the same stuff that he's asking these 14 and 15-year-old girls to do.
It's his thing. You don't want him.
See, now you know who I'm talking about, or are you still listening? Okay, so I'm talking about this young YouTuber, Justin Bieber looking motherfucker. So he didn't know who I'm talking about, but Uno won't say anything about R. Kelly though.
That's R. Kelly's thing.
Okay.
It is.
All right.
That's his thing.
Okay.
That don't make him any less of a great singer.
But he still thinks he's a king of R&B.
Look what Michael Jackson was doing, but everybody jumps on his bandwagon and loves Michael Jackson. He's the greatest.
I don't believe that Michael Jackson did anything. I really don't. So that's something else that we can talk about. I don't believe that Michael Jackson did anything. I really don't.
Would you let your kids sleep in the bed?
No, I wouldn't let my kids sleep in the bed with love either. That's your best friend. I wouldn't let my kids sleep with any motherfucking grown man.
Would you send your kids
I would not send my kids anywhere.
play with
So
it?
look at that's why I look at these parents who did send their kids there looking for $1
Look
because
at
they've
Brown.
already been proven that they've lied.
Look at-
Okay, so this is a topic for another
Beat women
for
and
another.
had sex with little minors and underage kids too. Everybody loves James Brown. I mean, why
Everybody
gotta be the
did.
one that just because he's out there and says, "Fuck it, this is what I do."
Well,
I mean,
because he hasn't answered for it yet. I think it's a problem that some people have with it.
He's been busted. You don't have to answer for it. He's been busted. There it is. I mean,
He's free as fuck. What do you mean he's been
so was
busted?
James Brown. So was Michael Jackson. You can't tell me Michael Jackson wasn't messing with them little kids.
I don't believe that. I really don't.
What's the first thing a pedophile is going to do when he's rich? Put a Ferris wheel in his front yard. Come on, man.
Yeah, a kid who didn't have a childhood. Okay, well, no, we're not gonna do this right now. We're not. Okay. So anyway, let me see here. What else are y'all saying? Oh, look, here's Tammy. She agrees with me. I'm going to give my son-in-law's phone number. Okay, let's see here. Hold up. Hold on. I'm missing a lot of comments because me and Uno are having a side debate. Let's see here. Hold on. Now you want to be... Hi, is it Akil? Okay, I missed it. Yeah, Akili. Hi, Akili. How are you doing? Okay, let's see here. Now, Rocco, go sit down. He didn't want to come here when I wanted him. Now he wants to come up here. Let's see here. Why are some celebs? Let's see. Okay, Stefan says lots of leftists do this kind of thing because they've lost their moral compass. Same thing with transgender, abortion, free speech, false hate crime allegations, mental illness. Now I can't just Stefan, I'm not I don't consider myself left wing or right wing, conservative or liberal, but I think that happens on both sides. So I won't just single out leftists because I think it's a lot of bullshit going on both sides of the aisle. Tammy says such sick people. Right Up Boy says fake news is on both sides, my dude. I agree, Right Up Boy, 100. Why so many false hate crimes allegations lately? I didn't know there were a whole bunch of them, but I do believe that this particular one is. I don't think it's a leftist thing. I think it's an ignorant people thing. That's what Animation said, and I agree. A View from Tracy Point says it's always been happening, but it's more open because of the push acceptance of homosexuality. People said pedophilia would be next. Remember 50 years ago, a teen with an adult was normal. That is true. Tamar says her son sleeps with her and her new man. What? I didn't know that. Tamar's son is like a baby though, right? I mean, I guess it's acceptable for a baby to sleep with their mother or their father. How old is her son? Because I don't keep up with Tamar. I only hear about her when she's acting a fool, and then I hear things on the blogs or something. Let's see here. That's weird. Let's see. Tammy says, I agree, Ty. I don't believe Michael Jackson did anything out of it. I really don't. And it's not just because I love Michael Jackson or whatever. I try to be open to just calling people out when they're wrong or to, giving people their props when they're right. But I just don't, I've never believed that. And then after these guys, this Wade Robson guy in particular, who's been on trial and who's been found to be a liar, I just don't believe it. I do kind of feel, now I will say this. I would never send my children, I don't have children, but I would never send my children or, think it was okay to send my nieces or something to go spend the night with Michael Jackson. Hi, Lady B. I wouldn't do that with any man I didn't know. I wouldn't do that with some of the men I do know, even men in my own family. You're not going to sleep in my uncle's bed. Like, no, that's not happening. No, we're just not doing that. But also, I feel like somebody in Michael Jackson's camp should have pulled his coattail, after the first trial and he got off. Somebody said, hey man, you need to stop inviting these kids over to sleep in your bed. That's kind of creepy. You're setting yourself up. And so I do feel like there were people who saw a weakness and took advantage of that and said, well, maybe we can get something out of this deal. if we just keep sending our kids over there, we'll just say something happened. That's kind of how I feel. But I know that some people feel that, that he is a pedophile. All that we have is opinions. That man is dead and gone now. So it is what it is, I guess. Let's see here. Let's see here. Ring up. Okay, hold up. It does kind of smell like a Jasmine Barnes situation again, but there's fake shit on the right too, which is why I'm a centrist. Yeah, I feel you on that. Right, oh boy. Bring up Clinton and flying on the Lolita Express. How many times did he fly on that airplane? Okay, that's not what my stream is about. But like I said, I take things on a case-by-case basis, and I do think that there are several holes in Jussie Smollett's story, and I'll get to that. But yeah, this is not a political stream. Let's see. I'm going to give Uno my son-in-law's phone number. He needs a friend. Let's see. Yeah, Michael Jackson never got convicted. That is true, Stefan. That is true. Whoa. Michael Jackson is not a perv. Exactly. On this stream, we just can't stand for some things. And one of those, we're not going to sit here and disrespect the memory of Michael Jackson like that. Tammy says, I disagree with Uno. Just because a person has a kid's park doesn't make them a pedophile. Yeah, exactly. What is FFS? What does that mean? I forgot. I learned what that stood for and I forgot. Let's see here. Akili, thank you. My Sunday is going fine too. Stephanie says I'm a conservative. That's why I said that. I should have said the mainstream media in Hollywood. Now, yeah, I will agree with you there. There are several problems, Stefan. I 100 agree with just, Hollywood in general, the mainstream media. Yeah, like there are issues. There are lies being told every day. But yeah, so now I see where you're coming from, the standpoint of being a conservative. And so, okay, I got you. We're on the same page. Uno needs paddled. Uno, get in here. We're gonna paddle you. Let's see. Wolverine says more right wing have been convicted of pedophilia practices more than anyone. Now that I don't know. I don't know the truth about that, but I know that it's like weird shit happening on both sides, and a lot of these conservative Republicans have gotten caught up in Me Too shit and in freaky shit with boys and men. So I don't know. And a lot of times it's like the ones who come out on these anti-gay platforms. So anyway, let's see. But like I said, it's both sides. So I can't sit here and say that one is worse than the other. Sometimes it seems like one side is more hypocritical than the other, but even that seems to go back and forth. So let's see here. Oh, her son is 3. That's weird. It would be different if he slept with her, or if it was her husband, the father of the son. But I guess that is a little bit weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I don't have children, so I don't like to say what people should and shouldn't do with their children. But I can say that seems weird to me. I can have an opinion. No, he's like 6 to 9, I think. You're saying her son is 6 to 9 years old, Akili? Is that what you're saying? We're talking about Tamar's son? I didn't think he was quite that old. Lady B's in the house. Yeah, Stefan, we agree with you on just the whole mainstream media. And yeah, to put blame on the mainstream media as well as Hollywood in general, like it's just a bunch of weird shit going on out there. Feel likewise about Michael. Okay, we all agree about Michael. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Moving on though, because that's not even what the stream is about. Okay, he's 5. Okay, wow, didn't realize that he was 5 years old. Because I don't keep up with her. It seems like they just had a baby. I don't know why. Let's see here. Animation says the media never shows good. It's always negative. Hollywood is Hollywood. That's true. There is too much negativity shown in the media. I do think that we could use a little bit more positivity in general in the world. Let's see. Me too. No pun intended. Keely. Let's see here. Hoop Goat. I don't think I said hi to you. You came in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, y'all, look, we got some people watching. Y'all want to talk about Jussie? We're going to get to it. Let's see here. Lady B says, I thought Logan was 3-4 when Tamar was on the reel. And see, like I said, I never kept up there. Hi, Renee. How are you doing? Man, UK is in the house. Y'all are coming out strong. ICE just took rapper 21 Savage into custody ahead of Super Bowl. Are you serious? Okay, now I don't like know him, but that's the one who Amber Rose was dating for a little while, right? ICE just took rapper 21 Savage into custody ahead of Super Bowl. Get out of town, Mrs. LP. Are you coming with the headlines, girl, during our stream? Wow, that just hit her phone. Wow, that's wild. Okay, Right Up Boy says, I hope Michael did nothing. I don't want to have to stop listening to his music too. Yeah, I don't. But you know what? If it came out that that was true, I would have to, cancel Michael Jackson. I would, but I haven't seen anything that has shown me that that is true. Let's see here. I saw that story about 21 Savage. Wow. Okay, so are we? That's the person I'm thinking about, right? The guy who Amber Rose dated for a little bit, like after she started her hoe walk or slut walk, whatever the shit was called. Okay. Let me get on to the next topic. Bow Wow. Was he arrested in Atlanta? Is that why it's saying? Okay, that is who it is, Akili. Okay, was he arrested in Atlanta? Is that why they're saying ahead of the Super Bowl? Because I can't understand any other reason why they would link his arrest to just before the Super Bowl happening. Let's see here. Let's see here. Lady D has a comment before I get to Bow Wow. She says, I honestly think with all the folks R. Kelly and Michael Jackson work with and write for, there'd be very limited music left to listen to. Yeah, I guess if we just canceled everybody, whoever did anything and knew anybody was connected to anybody, whoever did anything wrong, we would be listening to silence, even if we go back to the classical era. Let's see here. Let's see. Bow Wow was arrested in Atlanta. Now this ahead of the Super Bowl. Bow Wow was in police custody. Now, when I researched the story, he was in police custody, but he was in police custody after he was arrested early Saturday morning in Atlanta ahead of the Super Bowl. He has since been bailed out, and the rapper actor, whose real name is Shad Moss, is accused of assaulting a woman during an altercation around 4:15 in the morning, according to police. Both parties did sustain visible minor injuries, the Atlanta Police Department said in a statement to Deadline. Both Moss and the woman who's identified as Leslie Holden accused the other of starting the fight. They're like, who started the fight? They're like, so the officers were unable to determine the primary aggressor of the altercation, so both parties were charged with battery, and I believe they both were detained. Apparently the woman from the altercation is an on-again, off-again girlfriend of his, from what I'm hearing, and she doesn't have any marks on her from this fight, or if she does have any marks on her from this fight, they're at least not on her face. God knows I'm not a fan of Bow Wow. I never really knew about him much when he was young and famous. I always heard his name, but I guess I was just too old, to get into whatever it was that he was doing. But it seems like he has definitely had some trouble adjusting to becoming an adult, and being not as famous as he once was, as a child. What I see of him now, the only time that I ever really hear about Bow Wow is when he's trending because he did something stupid on, Instagram, lying, fronting, stunting on social media like a total clown. And when he's doing that, I do get a kick out of people dragging him, like when he pulled the whole thing, pretending like he had his own private jet. And he was going somewhere, and then a person, he's like, hey, I'm sitting right behind him. We're both in economy class on this flight, like, what's this person talking about, So just shit like that. He gets caught, and he came out and said that his father was white. Like, just all these stupid lies, like just lying for no reason when nobody's even asking you anything. You're just a liar, dude. But in this instance, I, saw a number of people on Twitter saying that he's soft because he couldn't beat up a girl. He got his ass kicked by a woman. Ah, ha, 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 And I just have to look at it and think that maybe he just had some restraint. If he had beat this girl, the way that Chris Brown beat Rihanna, then today he'd be wearing the label of a woman beater. So I do kind of feel like with this particular one, it was just a lose-lose situation for him no matter what, so because now it's like, oh man, she don't even have a scratch on her. He got scratches all over his face. She beat the shit out of him. Ah ha ha. He not hard. He wouldn't. But these pictures had come out. I mean, because on her mugshot, she just looks clean and fresh, and but his face is all scratched up here, here, here. He's he looks horrible. But let's say that the mugshots came out and she had a black eye, then we'd be all, man, damn, Bow Wow. Damn, like, why you had to beat up this girl like that? Man, Bow Wow's a punk ass, he'd be every name in the book if he'd have fought the girl back and she looked as fucked up as he did. She'd look half as bad as he did, then it'd be a problem. So in this one instance, I can't agree with people who were dragging him on social media just because he got beat up by a girl. Like I said, I kind of feel like now, like I said, if she does have marks on her, it wasn't on her face. Maybe she has bruises on her body or scratches on her body or something. Hopefully not. But the fact that she came out looking untouched doesn't bother me, and it doesn't make me think that he's less of a man because he didn't beat the shit out of this girl. And to me, it seems like that's what people like. Is that what y'all are wanting? Because the people that done that, I do feel like, then that would be the headline today. Oh, Bow Wow's a woman beater. Look at how he did this girl, So I don't know. I just kind of feel like this was just a situation where he was going to lose no matter what. So let me see what y'all are saying about this, and then we'll get on to the Jussie Smollett attack and all of our detective work that we've come to on that situation. Let's see. Bow Wow got beat like Ronnie did in Players Club, and I don't remember Players Club. I know I saw it, but let's see. Lady B says maybe Bow Wow did fight back, but he didn't hit her face. Yeah, and I have to look at that as a possibility too. Like I said, maybe there are bruises on her chest, or I don't know. Let's see. Oh yes, Bow Wow not black, I guess. Yeah, Bow Wow been saying all kinds of shit. Let's see here. Yes, lady. And okay. Well, let's see. Okay, that's not for me. Lady V says that girl tore up his face. Yeah, she really did. She really did tear up his face. Bow Wow is another 6'9". What do you mean by that animation's real? Let's see. But then a story come out a few years ago that molestation was rampant in the Boy Scouts Club. Oh, now I do remember something about that. But I don't know what y'all talking about. Let's see. Let's see. Bow Wow looked like he was assaulted, but I thought both were arrested. Yeah, Tracy, they both were arrested. Tammy says, in my opinion, a male can be a Cub Scout. Oh wait, what now? It's just okay. So y'all talking about, okay, wow, we're talking about everything in here today. Let's see. I don't know who he is, so I didn't click on the story. Let's see. Oh, okay, you're talking about 21 Savage. Okay, so let me go back and see if anything. Lady B says, I agree. Not all. I think just like you said, a lot aren't to be trusted. Okay, y'all also talking about the Boy Scouts stuff. Okay, so now on to Jussie Smollett. I guess if that's what everybody wanted to talk about, because y'all skipped over my last two stories and we're already talking about Jussie. Actor and musician Jussie Smollett, Smollett performed at his first show since his reported attack last week, tearfully telling fans at the event in Southern California that he is not fully healed, but he is doing okay. The Empire actor said Tuesday that he was attacked by two men who were yelling out racial and homophobic slurs in what Chicago police are investigating as a possible hate crime. He identifies as gay, and he plays a gay character on the show Empire. Smollett said one of his attackers put a rope around his neck and poured an unknown chemical substance on him. During his concert Saturday night at West Hollywood's Troubadour Club, Smollett told fans that he wanted to clarify that following the attack, he was bruised, but his ribs were neither cracked nor broken. He also said that he went to the doctor immediately, but he wasn't hospitalized. And physicians in both Chicago and Los Angeles cleared him to perform at the concert. Quote, "I'm not fully healed yet," he said, "but I'm going to be, and I'm gonna stand strong with y'all." So he also says, quote, "I'm working with authorities and have been 100% factual and consistent on every level," he said. "Despite my frustrations and deep concern with certain inaccuracies and misrepresentations that have been spread, I still believe that justice will be served." Smollett's family issued a statement Thursday supporting the actor and condemning the attack and calling it a racial and homophobic hate crime. Jussie has told the police everything from the beginning, according to his family's statement. His story has never changed, and we are hopeful that we will find these men and bring them to justice. Chicago police have released photos of potential persons of interest in the attack and are asking for the public's help in identifying who they are. Investigators said they have a video of Smollett entering the hotel after the alleged attack with what appears to be a noose around his neck. CNN's Don Lemon spoke to Smollett last week, and the actor told him that he was shaken and angry that an attack like this could happen. Hi, Spammy! How are you doing? He told them that he fought back against the attackers. Let me see if I can pull up his video from his concert, and we'll go on and get into what we think. I'm glad that you're good. I need to get over to your channel, and I will. Because I know you're doing it big over there. I see you streaming a lot. I just need to make some time. I've been super freaking busy with work, but I'm going to make some time to do the things that I need to do with my YouTube family. Let's see here. Okay, I'm waiting on my Twitter to open. Oh, Spammy hit 1K. All right, girl. So are you eligible now for monetization on your channel? Let me know so I can go hit up your super chat, girl. Congratulations. That is huge. Let me see here. Let's find what I'm looking for. Okay, well, you'll get there. You will get there. I'll be so glad when this Jussie Smollett shit is over, because I'm so tired of seeing him pop up in my Twitter. Okay. So here he goes. No, I'm not going to do this one. No, we're not going to do that one. Hold up. Let me find the videos. Y'all bear with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me find this clown. Give me a moment, y'all. Woo-hoo. Okay. I'm looking for the footage of him at his concert where he really gave it to them, and let's see, here we go.
Just because there's been a lot of stuff that has been said about me that's absolutely not true. So I feel like I'm sure my lawyers end up there like, no, Justin. No, shut the fuck up and say it. There's just a couple of points that I wanted to make really quick. Just because it's 4 points. Good. My little sister's literally like Olivia Pope, where she's in the back. I was bruised, but my ribs were not cracked. They were not broken.
Okay, so he fought the fuck back, y'all. Whatever, Jussie. Um, so now I do believe that something happened to Jussie Smollett on the night of that attack. I believe that he was out at 2 a.m. looking for a foot long, but not necessarily one from Subway sandwiches. I just have a feeling that something embarrassing probably happened to him and he needed to explain it away. So he came up with this racist and homophobic attack and hope that people would accept it. And the knee-jerk reaction response for a lot of people was that, oh my God, this is so horrible. We got to find these people. But too many things are just not adding up to the kid. The kid would be me. We're talking about Chicago. The same Chicago that was caught up in the polar vortex that saw temperatures below zero for several days in a row. So you mean to tell me that these racist homophobes couldn't wait until springtime, or at least when the temperatures were 40 degrees or so or above, to attack this man? These two men wearing MAGA hats, Make America Great Again, Donald Trump slogan hats, who still haven't been identified after hundreds of hours of video surveillance footage has been searched. And in metropolitan Chicago, they were yelling during the attack, "This is MAGA country." That sounds like some bad Lee Daniels script writing to me. And speaking of Lee Daniels, the attention whore extraordinaire, he took to his social media to post a FaceTime conversation that he had with Jussie while he was in the hospital. And let me see if I can find the video that he made in reference to the attack. Hold on, let's see here if I can find that. No, that's Michael Eric Dyson. Let's see if I can find Lee Daniels video. Here we go.
Jussie, you are my son. You didn't deserve, nor anybody deserves, to have a noose put around your neck, to have bleach thrown on you, to be called die, or whatever they said to you.
He said F word and the N word there.
You are better than that. We are better than that. America is better than that. It starts at home. It starts at home, yo. We have to love each other regardless of what sexual orientation we are. Because it shows that we are united on a united front. And no racist can come in and do the things that they did to you. Hold your head up, Jussie. I'm with you. I'll be there in a minute. It's just another day in America.
Is this some kind of ploy to get people over to Fox to watch that tired ass Empire show? I mean, I know the ratings are slipping, but also, why did Jussie have the noose on his neck when he re-entered his hotel? If anybody ever put a noose around my neck, and God blesses me to get free from their grip, the first thing that I'm going to do is take that noose off of me, just in case they, I don't know, run up behind me and try to tighten up around my neck or something, and so first it was an unknown chemical that was poured on him, then it was bleach. Where are the bleached clothes from the incident? Where's his bleached shirt, his bleached pants, whatever? Or this chemical, what is the reaction that this chemical had with his skin? Since this polar vortex thing was going on, and you see all the videos of people throwing boiling water into the air and watching it turn into the snow, quite naturally, a lot of us couldn't help but wonder, well, then at what temperature does bleach freeze? Because it's pretty, cold there. So let's see. Bleach freezes at 18 or 19 degrees, and it was reportedly negative 12 degrees that night in Chicago. So, but that can be explained away by saying that maybe these two people were in their car with the heat running, So that could explain why the bleach didn't, freeze if they were waiting for him in a car. Hey, Trey Dub. So, but still, why will neither he or his manager turn over their phones to prove whatever can be discovered from their conversation, um, that was apparently had while he was being attacked? Like that's going to help us discover something, since we don't have any video surveillance footage. Going to turn over your phone. Maybe something from the towers that were pinging can help us to discover a location of something. Why was he talking to his manager after 2 o'clock in the morning? Why didn't he order something from Uber Eats or Grubhub, or just some restaurant that had a delivery service that was still running at that time? He's in Chicago. It's a huge city. Something could have, and not that he had to. Maybe he just wanted to go for a walk in negative, degree, below 0 degree weather. I don't know, but definitely, the more that I hear, the less I believe from Jussie. If it comes out that he's telling the truth, I'm just gonna have to come back here and admit that I'm wrong. But if he's lying and he was just out looking for some street meat and things went badly, I wish that he would just come clean. But this story sounds utterly ridiculous. It just sounds ridiculous to me, y'all. And that might offend somebody who's watching. I don't know, but it's not adding up to the kid. It's not making sense to me. Let me see what y'all have to say about it. And that's all that I got for today. We can do karaoke. I forgot all about James Ingram. Let me know your favorite James Ingram song, because that's what we were doing in between topics. Right Up Boy says, why did he not get food from Uber Eats? That's what I want to know. Tracy says, I honestly think Jussie just wanted to go to bed and forget whatever happened, but the manager and Lee Daniels saw it as an opportunity. Probably so. And all that I could see, like from this brutal attack, 2 men are fighting Jussie Smollett. This is an attack on his manhood. He doesn't seem like the biggest, baddest guy on the streets, but all he got was this little scratch under his eye. 2 men attacked him, and that's all that we see, because he said that his rib, it was reported to have been cracked or broken, but that wasn't true. So 2 men attacked him, and he ends up looking better off than the one woman who attacked Bow Wow. Okay. Let's see here. Police said that this was a thin rope that he was wearing like a tie. A noose would have been hanging from the back. No pun intended. So, okay, so why are we being told that it was a noose? Did he say that? Because now I can't blame him for what other people are saying. If other people are taking details that he said and exaggerating them, then that's one thing. But if he's saying it's a noose, and I've even seen some people say it looked like some kind of like a lover's knot. Was he involved in some kinky sex situation and somebody didn't obey the safe word? I don't know what happened, but it's not adding up. It's not adding up to me. Let's see. What else are y'all saying? Right. Oh, wait, Miss Hogg. He caught something on his clothes, just not bleach. Yeah, okay, so then what? Okay, where are we? I don't know. I don't know what it is that I'm hearing right up away. Ms. Hogg says, Ty, your facial expressions are priceless. While Lee Daniels speaking, y'all, I have nothing but disdain for Lee Daniels. Do not like that man. But yeah, I'm like, why do you have to get in on this, Lee? Like, really? Let's see here. Right up away says, I've never heard one person say MAGA country ever. I've never heard that either. And I don't like races. I don't like the whole Make America Great Again thing. But like, this is MAGA country. Like, as we proceed to beat you, and call you an N-word and an F-word, like. No, I don't know. Wolverine says, Ty going in fierce. I'm sorry, Wolverine. I just don't believe it. Tracy says, LL, Jussie left the apartment shortly after midnight, but it seems he didn't make it to the subway till around 1:30. And see, okay, now I didn't even know. I thought that like he left to go to Subway at 2 o'clock, ate Subway, then came back from Subway, and that's when he got attacked after he had his Subway. So I'm hoping that he wouldn't walk to a Subway that was an hour and a half away, or He didn't. Yeah, like that. That's very cold weather, and God knows, I love my veggie patty sandwich from Subway. I love it a lot, but I couldn't see myself walking um, in any degree of weather below 70 to go and enjoy myself a Subway sandwich. It's good, but it's not, let's walk in negative 12 degree the weather good, no, no. Let's see here. What are y'all saying? Uh, Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's help Spammy get her watch hours. I'm going to leave your channel running too, Spammy. Let's see here. The watch hours. Okay, Spammy and Tammy. I'll leave y'all running. Sammy's the most successful thing to come out of Leeds in 1992. Well, it came out in 1992. I'm just curious. Okay, Tracy says those people in that photo looks like an older man and woman. I couldn't make out what they were. And they only said that they were persons of interest. They didn't say they were suspects because I was looking for some red hats. I was looking for some red MAGA hats. So these are just, persons of interest who I'm guessing they're thinking might have seen something or whatever. That I didn't see, any bottle of bleach or substance in their hands. I didn't see nooses, or crowbars, or any kind of weapons in their hands. They just look like a couple people walking down the street. So this will be interesting if anything comes out of that. Let's see. Let's see, what are y'all saying? Right Up Boy says, even if it was Trump fans, why would they be wearing MAGA hats or screaming MAGA country? That would hurt Trump, who they love. Makes no sense. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe. Hi, Derek. How are you doing? I don't know. It's hard to throw all these ifs, ands, and buts out there when you just don't believe any of it. Like, I mean, I could see like if some Trump supporters wanted to make a point, I could see them doing that. Just not under these circumstances. How would they even know that it was him? Because I mean, if it's negative 12 degrees and you're walking your ass to Subway and it takes you an hour and a half to get there, which is pointed out by Tracy, wouldn't you be so bundled the fuck up and nobody would even know who you were? Like, I mean, I'm just imagining myself walking around, and maybe that's just because I hate the cold so much. That's part of the reason. That's like, and that's the main thing that triggers me to think that no, there's no way this could have happened because I hate the cold so much. I can't imagine anybody I hate so much that I would wait out for them in the cold to whip their ass, or even wait in a warm car and then have to jump out in the cold to whip their ass because I hate the cold that much. But I just like if I were to take a walk to Subway in negative 12-degree weather, I'd be so bundled up that they wouldn't know if I was a man, woman, black, white. Like my whole fucking head would be wrapped. I would just have some little peepholes in my eyes so I could find my way to Subway. Other than that, I'd be covered from head to toe. If it was negative 12-degree weather, they wouldn't know who the fuck they were beating on. They would just be beating on some dumb hoe who was walking the Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning. But they wouldn't know that I was black or white or gay or straight or whatever. Let's see here. Let me see what else y'all are saying. Hold up. Wait. What? Hold up. He had the sandwich when he returned to the bed. Wait a minute. So he got his ass brutally beat, noose tied around his neck, a substance poured on him. But but he still had his foot long when he got back to the hotel. So like, was he? Wouldn't the sandwich have frozen by the time? By the time he made it back to the hotel, so either, so either, either he put the sandwich down on the sidewalk to bite back, because he let us know he fought the fuck back. Like, don't get it twisted, bitch. I'm gay, but I'll fight the fuck back. I'm fighting these two men back. So either he put the sandwich down on the sidewalk and proceeded to fight these men off him, or he was using the sandwich as a weapon, because y'all know the Subway bags were like, long and skinny, so maybe he had the end tied around him and he was beating them with the sandwich. He made it back to the hotel with the noose around his neck and the sandwich in his hand. They messed with the wrong black gay man on that day. That's all I got to say. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see, Ty. You wouldn't walk to Subway because you don't appreciate me just the way Jussie does. Well, I only have the veggie patty. I guess back in my meat eating days, I might have walked to Subway for an oven roasted chicken breast. But let's see. Oh God! They are only the people that showed up on the video. They are the only people that showed up on the video besides Jussie, because everyone else was home by the heater. Thank you. Nobody's hanging out to do this. I'm sorry. Even racist homophobes can wait till the spring to attack somebody. It's too damn cold to be out here. Jussie ain't that important. I'm sorry. Let's see. Then Derek came in. Let's see. Tracy says, also, police say he didn't mention the MAGA comment they saw on local media and went back to asking about it. Okay, so and that's the other thing. If people are adding things to the story that he has never said, then that's one thing. And I've never seen a direct statement from him that said that, he said that, people were saying that, this is MAGA country or whatever. So I feel bad putting things on him that he didn't necessarily say, but enough of what he said, just taking the things that I have heard directly from him, still ain't adding up, brother. It's not adding up. Let's see. Oh, good night, Wolverine. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I know it's late. In the UK. Let's see. Right away says, and he held on to his sub. Yes, and Trey said he held on to that sandwich. Right away says, Jussie loves meat. Wolverine says, can't leave that sandwich behind. Sean says for the meat, he was like, by any means necessary, and get militant over that meat. Now all of a sudden he's Malcolm X. Let's see here. Right away says, I'm laughing really hard, but I will hate myself if this is true, as unlikely as it is. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to hate myself, but I will have to go on here and tell y'all, we had a good laugh at Jossie's expense, but I was wrong, but I don't think that that's going to happen. What is the likelihood of this shit being true, y'all? The more we break it down, the more that Tracy says something, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, Lord. Let's see here. Wolverine says that cookie was in the pocket. Hey, at least we know it's not going to melt because it was too freaking cold. Let's see here. Sharon says if it was a weapon, that sandwich had to have been erect. Oops, I meant hard. see, Lady B says, y'all know when you're holding something, drop it while getting beat up, jump when it's over, you snatch your belongings up off the ground, real angry, like. So, okay, either he used the sandwich for a weapon, pow, 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 holding on to the bag, pow, 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 or he had to drop everything so he could fight these two MAGA hat wearing people off and then pick up his sandwich and walk to the hotel. The police isn't even talking about it anymore, right? Oh gosh, let's see. Just direct the police to my live stream so they can see that we've done this reenactment and they'll know there's no way in hell. Just stop wasting police resources on this case and lock him up for lying. Lord have mercy. Yo, that's all I got. I have no more notes. I have no more notes. I have nothing. So, do y'all want some karaoke for another 9 minutes? What do y'all want to do? What's your favorite James Ingram song? Rest in peace to James Ingram. Yeah, y'all. I'm not believing Brother Jussie. Let's see, Lady B, like the girl who had her car seized by the police and refused to ride home. She was mad as hell. I wouldn't lock him up, but I would fine his ass. Yeah, boy, he deserves something. If this proves to be untrue, he needs to be at least fined for wasting police resources. If they have looked over hundreds of hours of videotape, closed circuit TV footage, and haven't found this attack, then and you know the truth comes, if the truth is that this never happened and it comes out, he needs to be punished some kind of way. Yeah. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it, y'all. My dog's fur. Yeah, okay, so we have like about 7.5 minutes left. Do y'all want me to end the stream? Is there anything that I didn't talk about that y'all want me to talk about? Anything that maybe I missed this week that y'all think would be interesting to talk about? I have some things coming up for call-in live streams, thanks to the suggestions that y'all gave me on the last time. If he's fined big time, no one else will think of faking a hate crime. It's a win-win. Somebody else will still think of it, but I do think that people need to be fined for calling the police when shit doesn't happen. Regardless of who it is, just and be made an example of. That story. When somebody gets caught in those lies, those stories need to go viral, so the next person will think, well, then maybe I won't call the police and unjustly or wrongly or just flat out lyingly accuse somebody of doing something they didn't do. Thank you, Mrs. LP, asking for a thumbs up for me, for the wonderful host. Well, I hate that our conservative visitor didn't get to stick around for our Jussie talk. I think that he would have appreciated it. Stefan, I hate that he missed it. Oh well, hopefully he'll come back another time, but I don't want to run anybody off. I'm not conservative or liberal. Hate that he couldn't stick around, but hopefully he'll come back and watch at least this part of it. Why would Jussie cruise for a hookup, though? I think he's smarter and would at least pay to play. I don't know. I do not know, Lady B. I think that sometimes, and I don't know because I don't know him. I don't even follow him to say that I can, be like, oh, well, Jussie would never, I don't know. But I do think that sometimes these celebrities enjoy, a little, street action. I just think that. But I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he didn't. When it comes to sexual urges, people do the most to satisfy that. It should just seem like that. I mean, that's kind of why I feel like men who just get women throwing themselves at them. It's easy enough to just take that woman who's backstage and who's giving herself to you, but sometimes you want to feel like you're in power, so you go and rape somebody, or I've had all the women I can have, and There's nothing more that I can do with women that I haven't done already. I've, done it in this position, that position, threesome. So now I want to try men. Like I think that and I'm not saying that he's like some kind of sexual deviant or something because he's gay or something like that. But I'm just saying I don't think there's necessarily always sound reasoning behind why people do what they do when sex is involved. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm kind of a Tracy on that. So, but and not to say that I'm right. I'm no expert on anything, outside of construction and dance, and and coming up with news stories on YouTube. But yeah, y'all. I just don't believe Brother Jussie. Like I said, though, I could be wrong. Maybe there are explanations for every hole that I'm finding in this story, and maybe these holes didn't even come from him. I don't know, but the truth is going to come out. I think one way or another. I know I'm tired of seeing his little weird looking face pop up on my Twitter every time I open Twitter. Like with this little halfway smirk smile, no teeth showing. I'm so sick of seeing him on my Twitter. I've never seen anything that he's done as an actor or singer, except for when he did a guest appearance on Underground. And I love the character that he played on there. He played this slave who was ready to kill this guy because he separated him from his wife in a slave auction. And but the funny thing is, the main line that I remember from that guest appearance on Underground was when he was talking to the man, and the man was telling him, "Well, we drove her from here to North Carolina or whatever, and she had I gave her a blanket," and he was like, "A blanket? But you said it was summertime, so it was cold. Why would you need to give a blanket? See, I'm trying to listen to you, and you're just telling me lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie." And I was like, you know what, Jesse, you're telling me lie after 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 lie too. And I'm like, you know what, if it comes out that he's lying, somebody needs to go and find that Underground footage and make that lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie a meme, and that needs to go viral as fuck. So anyway, but yeah, that's all that I have seen him on. But he was great. He don't get me wrong. He played the hell out of that role. He was great. He made you believe it. So yeah, like I said, that's it. Unless y'all have something y'all want to talk to me about. Did I see this? Did I see that? Do we need to sing James Ingram songs on the way out? What do y'all want to do? We're at 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 53 seconds. So we, in effect, have 2 minutes left to take it to 2 hours. So I'll take it to 2 hours even and cut it. What y'all want me to do? Ty, did you see my suggestion about the Boy Scouts accepting girls? No, I didn't. I see it now though. Okay, are you saying as a call-in stream? Super Bowl predictions, Ty. My hope is that the Rams will win. My prediction is that the Patriots will be down by fucking 17 points and in the last 4 minutes still pull out a win, because that fucking Tom Brady, he really is good. He's so good that he doesn't have to cheat, but he still does. Let's see. Don't make me go looking for that episode, Ty. I missed that show. Oh man, that was my shit. That was my shit, Lady B. I really, really, really miss Underground. It made me sad that it didn't get renewed for a third season, and I was so excited to see where they were going with them going into the Civil War. Right, the boy said the sad thing is the story, people being found out for faking shit never goes viral, just the outrage at the beginning. That's true. It does need to go viral though. Like people always just kind of tend to run with the first thing that they hear. And then if something gets found out to the contrary, then it just gets printed as a tiny little retraction in the corner of a newspaper, but never, on the same platform or with the same intensity that the original story was released. Yeah, I wish he would retire United Ray 365, but he's not. he's already made it clear, I don't care. I'm over 40. I still feel good. I'm still playing great. I'm not going anywhere. He has said it. So unless he gets busted in the knee or something, not that I'm wishing that on him. Hey, Bearded Yakin, how are you doing? Are you going to be able to watch the Super Bowl tonight? Yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him retiring. That man loves the game. He loves winning. Oh Lord, we got a Patriots fan. We were just saying how we hope that they lose, Beardy Yakin. I'm just about sick of them. I'm sick of their reign. But yeah, Tom Brady, that man loves winning. And he loves the sport. He's still in shape. You're an Eagles fan. Yes, yes, that's right. A division rival fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I haven't been riding with them very hard this season. I haven't really been into the NFL the way that I usually am. I have a lot of bad feelings about things in the NFL in general. Oh, we got the Redskins in the building. Oh, Lord, all the division rivals are here. Okay. Let's see here. I only watch one American football game a year, and the Pats are always in it. So, what is that one football game? Is it the Super Bowl? Because, shit, they've been in most of the ones recently and have won them as well. Let's see here. Lady V wants to know if y'all watching the Super Bowl today. I just want to see Brady. You want to see Brady get a sixth ring, and I know he'll be happy to show you if he does. Good Lord, that's a winning ass motherfucker, and I hate it though because I really do feel like that's a cheating ass team, and they don't have to. They're a talented team that cheats when they don't need to. That's how I look at the Patriots. If it were my team, I'd be all for it as long as the refs are letting them get away with it. Hell yeah. I want the Cowboys to get a sixth ring too. I want the Cowboys to get a sixth championship. Shit. But yeah, does anyone have more than six rings? No, no one has more than six. The Steelers hold that record. The Steelers. Yeah, nobody has more than six though. I would love to see, the Cowboys in that class. What else, y'all? Any other questions? No, that's my Super Bowl prediction and hope. My hope and my prediction are utterly not the same thing. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. We'll see what happens. Y'all don't party too hard. Don't eat too many hot wings. Yeah, the Steelers. Yes, that's Steelers of all time. That's right. Don't party too hard. Like I said, don't eat too many hot wings. Don't drink too many beer. Oh, wait. Okay. Is Mrs. LP still here? Because I saw after I went back and watched that live stream of me going to Buc-ee's with Uno, I saw that she kept correcting me on how to pronounce that beer. I did not notice it when I was live streaming. I don't know how I didn't notice it because she must have told me 20 times, like, no, that's not how you pronounce it. And I kept saying the wrong thing. And so, what was it? Okay, so is it, okay, now I'm not going to say it wrong. Is it 211 or is it 211? What was I saying? Because I know whatever it was, I kept saying the same thing. And then I went back and looked at the stream. I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, like she said again, like every time I would say it, she's like, no, Ty. So I was like, oh shit. I forgot to tell y'all that I caught that. But yeah, like, okay, I was saying 211, but it's 211. Yeah, I kept saying that shit over and over. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't ignoring you. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it until then. Okay, so, oh Lord, I felt so stupid after I saw it. I was like, damn, she kept trying to tell me, and I don't know how. And Uno didn't see it either. Like we both staring at the screen, looking at people tell me to go and shout this and that or whatever. And I'm seeing all this other stuff, but just didn't see you saying that. I felt so stupid. Oh Lord. Okay, so that's it, y'all. I don't have nothing else. Unless y'all want me to close out. I'm going to close y'all out with a James Ingram song. I'm going to close y'all out with whatever I can find the lyrics to. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh, here it is. 21 Savage, #1 trending topic. Oh, he's British. I didn't know that. Arrested by ICE over claims he's from the UK. Over claims he's from the UK. So is he or is he not? Is he claiming to be from the UK and getting arrested for nothing? Let's see here. Hi Ryan, we're about to sign out. I'm going to sing a song and we're going to sign out of here. Let me see. Um, y'all know all that I use this tablet for is for this live stream to show y'all videos. So now, can I go to? I just want some song lyrics. Um, is he British though? I think Ice talking BS. I don't know if he's British. Ryan says, yeah, he gets to hear me sing. Let's see here. Find 100 ways. James Ingram. And I don't know if I know the melody to this, so this could end up bad. Let's see here. Okay, so if y'all want to go on and tune out, I won't feel bad. Let's see. Okay, compliment what she does. Send her roses just because. If it's violins she wants, let them play. Dedicate her favorite song and hold her closer all night long. Love her today, find 100 ways. Don't forget. There could be an old lover in her memory. If you need her so much more, why don't you stay? Maybe she has it in her mind that she's just wasting her time. Ask her to stay, find 100 ways. This is a bridge. Oh, being cool won't help you keep a love warm. You'll just blow your only chance. I think that's how it goes. Take the time to open up your heart. That's the secret of romance. Buy her some moonlight to wear. Whatever. We're gonna go to the chorus. Let's see. I don't remember how this part of this melody goes. In your arms tonight, she'll replay that she owes you the sweetest of deaths. If she wants to pay, find 100 ways. See, so now, okay, see, he's talking about if she wants to pay, then find 100 ways for her to pay you back. So it wasn't really about the woman getting what she wanted in 100 ways. It's about you giving her what she wants. You figure out what she wants. You take all these ways to find out to figure out what she wants and then let her repay you in 100 ways. Okay, James Ingram, I see you. So anyway, that's it. So yeah, rest in peace to James Ingram. That one kind of really surprised me. I didn't know that the man even had brain cancer. Very sad, but I'm a fan of his music, his voice, his songwriting. Y'all know he wrote, like I said, co-wrote PYT by Michael Jackson, pretty young thing with Quincy Jones for him. So anyway, that's that. Y'all have a super Bowl Sunday, and I hope that everybody's team wins. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Maybe we'll end the Super Bowl in a tie, and everybody gets a ring. We got some really big teams. They need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings. We got some really big teams. Oh, whatever. I'm not going with fake Drake tonight. So yeah, y'all have a good night. Thanks for chilling with me on Sunday Funday. I'll be looking into some topics for a call-in live stream, and maybe let's say maybe Wednesday night again, 9 o'clock call-in live stream, or I'll wait. So I wait till Saturday, next Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. Maybe I'll do that, but I need to come back with something during the week. So I'm gonna try to get on that and see y'all soon and be visiting these channels. I gotta do better with that. I just gotta catch up on my little rest. But yeah, peace out. You not ready 365? Right on, you not bad. You better lie and sizzle. That's hilarious. Okay, for the freestyle. Hold up now. Wait a minute now. Do I need to do a Super Bowl freestyle? Hey, wait, who watches? Does anybody in here watch Love and Hip Hop, the original franchise? I think that they just call it Love and Hip Hop instead of Love and Hip Hop New York. Is anybody watching that this season? They have the transgender girl on there, Sydney Star. If there's nobody in here watching it, then there's no reason for me to even do what I was thinking about doing. So, but yeah, if so, then just I'm watching the chat for the comments. But yeah, I'll be back by these channels, and I'm going to be thinking about what I can do to go on and get my YouTube life up, get my comments up, get my viewership up, get my subscribership up. I need to be bringing it. So I need to be doing more than what I'm doing. And I will. I have no excuses now. I'm past my test. All that I do is YouTube stuff and work out with my trainer. And so I do work out. Oh, you saw Sydney? Have you seen her rap? Like every time they ask her to freestyle, she always, or well, they don't even ask her to freestyle. She's literally coming with the same tired ass rap every time she raps, but she always starts, y'all, like, like why is she coming with the yo first? Like, is that something that you do when you freestyle? You just have to hit the yo first, and then you go into it, yo, and then you start. Let's see. I'll watch reviews. Okay, so you don't watch the show. Yeah, you ain't missing nothing by missing Sydney Starr's rapping. She is so whack. Very believable transgender woman, but just the raps are whack as hell. Y'all, we talked about Jussie Smollett today. Said that he beat somebody with his Subway sandwich. You heard? That's what we talking about. We don't believe that boy. We got a lot of doubts. You heard? Yo. Anyway, so 80s, yeah, for sure, very 80s. Oh Lord. Okay, so on that note, y'all, I'm gonna sign out and I'm gonna count it down from 10, and I'll be hitting everybody up with these channels. I'll be trying to hit up some super chats this week and get back on my content, trying to get my YouTube channel popping. Okay? I love y'all. I'll see y'all. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. Have a great week. And I'll be here at the very latest on Saturday with a call-in live stream because I need to get that popping. So I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for spending your Sunday with me. I will see y'all on the next one. I'm counting it down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love y'all. Later. Oh, wait, give her time. Ty. She needs the yo. I think what you gonna say. Exactly. Lady B. Okay, bye, Mrs. LP.